Hey guys, SpiritFire here. Welcome back to the second channel. So, last week I made a video and it was about having some self-respect. And at the end of that video, I said that there would be a somewhat like a follow-up because I feel like it was a completely different topic. The video was already long and I feel like it would just be a topic saved for another video. You don't have to watch the first video. This isn't really a second part, it's just a different video that kind of works with the other one. And I'll be going through a review of some of the things I said in that video, at least what is needed for this video. So yeah, if you haven't seen the title, this video is about forgiveness. And yeah, so basically, from what I said last video I talked about how I was kind of a pushover my whole life, and I let a lot of people take advantage of that. And when I grew older and even kind of got out of that, then I kind of, I cut out anyone that was like talking shit, that was doing all that and all that stuff, right? But after, so let's just take one of the examples. Let's take my friends who started in high school that started talking shit behind my back, and that continued until college. Let's take them for example. At first, I was pretty angry. I'm not a guy that holds a lot of grudges, but I held a grudge for a while, and I think I realized the more I did, the more like it wasn't worth it, really. It wasn't worth to hold a grudge. It wasn't worth it to be angry, so I kind of just forgot about them. It seems like they never forgot about me, though, because apparently they kept talking shit. And at one point, I just stopped feeling angry and started feeling more like pity, because like, damn, bro, you are that obsessed with a dude. Like, that is crazy. But yeah, it's just... And then on top of that, you guys know that one of my best friends and my roommate in college, he started talking shit about me even though we knew each other for like 5 years. And I cut him off too after he did some terrible things to me. And here's what I'm trying to get at. A while ago, I kind of came to a realization. I had a I have no enemies moment, if anyone has watched Vinland Saga or read it. You know, I had a I have no enemies moment. And I kind of realized it's not worth hating all these people. It's not worth holding a grudge. I don't want to be friends with any of them. Sure, that's one thing. I don't have to like be friends with them, but like take it like this. So that best friend in college, when we stopped hanging out, when all that stopped, I was very angry at the fact that a few things happened after everything he did to me. One, it seemed like almost all my friends forgave him, like, and that's fine, I guess, in a sense. It's like, the thing is, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, he did something terrible, and you'd think you'd have friends that back you up, and for a while, they did. But then, you know, they all started going back to him and be like, hey, man, is everything cool now? Hey, it's like, what? Okay, I don't have any control over other people's lives. That's cool, you know, that's fine. If they want to be friends with them, that's fine. As long as they're not, like, you know, forcing on me, that's whatever. It's their choice, not my choice. I don't harbor any animosity. But then it keeps going, you know, he got a new car, he got a new dog, he got into the college he wanted to get into, like, after the one we were in, and then, like, all these good things kept happening in my life. Meanwhile, I'm just there, still trying to grapple with what had happened about, like, a year before, or, like, a few months before. And I'm like, how does this guy just get off that easily, and then get rewarded even though he did all that shit? But then, you know, I talked to a lot of people about this because it was just something that bothered me a lot, you know, because at that point I had to transfer to some shitty college. I had to take a train every day. You know, I felt pretty alone. I didn't have anyone there, and I was just like, man, our lives went on completely different like tracks, right? And I talked to a bunch of people about this. I'm like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? Why does he get the fucking... And I was jealous. I'll admit, I was jealous, you know? He got like a dog, a car, all that stuff, you know? And then people just started telling me, dude, don't focus on him, you know? Your lives are separate now, you know? Praying for his downfall isn't going to get you anywhere. And you just got to focus on yourself. And it's such simple advice, but the more I thought about it, I think the more I realized they're right. I was kind of waiting for the downfall of this guy to happen, which I now realize is pretty fucked up. Yeah. And I think I had this like moment where I'm like, yeah, what the fuck am I doing? I've just become the people who started hating on me, praying for my downfall and living in this guy's head rent free. Like, sure, he did something bad to me, you know, he was a piece of shit. But I think it's not worth the stress and the hatred that it places on my head. So eventually, after like a year or two, I no longer hold a grudge towards anyone after a year or two. I've completely forgiven everyone in my life because I've decided it's better to just let go of it. Obviously, it doesn't mean forget about it. Obviously, if that guy is still like, I'd hold up a conversation with that guy. Like, I'd be able to look him in the eyes, tell him, listen, for all that shit, it might not mean anything to you anymore, but I think this is just for me that I need to say this, and so I forgive you. I feel like I could say that to his face. Would I still want to be friends with him? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe acquaintances. I don't know. To all my high school friends that like talk shit behind me and then continue in college, probably I don't know, because I've actually started talking to some of them, not all of them. Like one of them, I started talking to one of them. It's not like talking. It's like sometimes we like, I don't know, like each other's social media posts. Sometimes we text, or like sometimes we'd reply to each other, things like that. It's like not that big, you know. I think instead of holding a grudge against that guy, I think it's just better to forgive him. Because honestly, there's no point. I'm gonna say again and again, like, why even like give them that much like rent, bro? Like, what, you're living rent free, or they're, wait, hold on, I'm trying to remember which way it was. Was it they're living rent free in my head, or was it I'm living rent free in their head? No, it's they're living rent free in my head, I think. Yeah, why would I let them live rent free in my head? It's simple as that. I think as soon as I came to that realization, as soon as I started forgiving everyone, I never told them I forgive them, because it's like, it's either way, I'm probably never going to meet these people again, but it's like, I don't care anymore, you know? Obviously, I'll keep it in mind if I ever interact with them, but it's not like I'll act overly hostile if I ever see them again. I'll just be like, hey, it's been a while, you know? I won't say anything, won't do anything hostile. I'll just be like, we'll just go on our own paths. We're different people now. And I think that's what I've come to realize. We're all different people. Sometimes you lose friends. Sometimes you make new ones. It's as simple as that. But if you keep hating someone, if you keep holding a grudge against someone, it's just going to weigh worse mentally on you. I'm not saying forgive them if any of you are in that predicament. Again, I'm not saying forgive them. You don't have to. I mean, I'm saying forgive them, but I'm saying you don't have to be friends with them again. All right? Like, just because you forgive them doesn't mean, hey, we're going to be friends again. We're going to be good friends. No, you can just forgive them and still go your own separate ways. And unfortunately, that is what needs to happen sometimes in a lot of relationships. And, like, not even, like, friendships, you know. And I think as soon as I came to the realization, I've been much happier ever since. I've moved on with my own life. I barely have thought about these people. I've only thought about this situation because I've kind of been reflecting on my whole life recently. I'm not having like a midlife crisis or anything like that. I'm just 20, bro. I'm 20. But yeah, it's just something to think about. And I feel like I've grown mentally. I feel like I've become more mature because of it. I think, yeah, it's just not healthy to hold a grudge. What can I say? Not worth the mental stress, mental health that it fucking takes on you. yeah, it's like, I'm not saying forgive everyone. You know, if someone did some heinous shit, obviously, I don't think you'll ever forgive them. If someone came in, like, fucking, I don't know, killed my whole family, you know, fucking left me an orphan, I'd probably not forgive them. But, like, I don't know. I think. I've forgiven everyone that's wronged me. Obviously, I won't be friends with them unless, like, they've done, like, a real drastic change. But yeah, I've been repeating the same thing over and over again in different terms. I've been doing the essay thing, you know, where you just repeat the same thing but word it differently. So I'm not gonna keep you guys waiting any longer. I know this video is already like fucking, I don't even know, like 11 minutes. But yeah, this is just like my take on forgiveness. Please, guys, I recommend, like, okay, you don't have to forgive them instantly. Take a year, 2, maybe even more. Maybe you need 5, maybe you need 10 years. It doesn't matter, but don't let them live rent free in your head. Basically, don't hold grudges. It's not gonna fucking like benefit you in the long run. Just forgive them, forget about them, move on with your life. That's my advice for today. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, it's a bit more serious, but less serious than the last one. The last one was a bit more serious. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed that, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And this is SpiritFire signing out.